Hey everybody, how's it going? In today's video, we'll take a look at an exclusive series for the car that is currently featured in a limited series. Of course, we're talking about Audi e-tron GT concept. So, as always, if you want to unlock an exclusive series, you do need to fully max out the car and own it. So the limited series is kind of a nice way of winning the car if you don't own it already. And then, you have to get all the upgrades to unlock this series anyway. So in a way, PR requirement for the limited series for winning the car becomes kind of a moot point. Anyway, the cost associated with fully maxing out this car is 932 gold. So that is like 340, around 340 more gold than what you're gonna need. Um, yeah, somewhere between 300 and 400 gold more than what you're gonna need to win the car through the limited series. But at least, you're saving yourself 600 gold because you don't have to buy the car, right? Because that's the cost of the car itself. And once you unlock the exclusive series, the rewards here is 100 gold total, just like the Porsche Taycan Turbo S that you see right next to it. So they're pretty identical, even though the actual races that are featured are obviously different. So, what do we have? Audi e-tron GT Concept Exclusive Series, an all-electric sports car that doesn't compromise on sustainability, style, or speed. What a slogan, right? Anyway, so here's the breakdown of the 100 gold and 175,000 racing dollar rewards broken up into 25% completion increment. So this is a 20 tier limited, not limited, exclusive series, plus the three. So basically, you got the 3 time trials, right? So that means the total events. There are 54 events total. That's 51 trophy events and 3 time trials. So first 25% completion requires you to complete 14 events. So that could be, 14 trophy events. It could be 13 trophy events and 1 time trial, or it could be 11 11 trophies and 3 time trials. However you mix and match doesn't really matter. Every tier is, of course, unlocked for this exclusive series. So, and then 50% completion would require you to complete 27 events. 75% completion requires you to complete 41 events. And of course, 100% completion, you need to complete all 54 events, including those 3 time trials. So, here, first 14 events completion. Doesn't take much. We got 6 autocrosses and 7 speed snaps. So that gets you already up to 13. And then, of course, we got 4 drag races as well. So way over 25% completion without completing a single lap at any circuit in this exclusive series. So let's take a look at the autocrosses. The first instance is you're gonna find it in tier 2. This one taking place at Red Bull Ring National Circuit. And then the next one is gonna be in tier 4 at Hockenheim Short. It's gonna be a night race. And the third one in tier 7 at Nürburgring Sprint Circuit. And then next one, tier 9 at Mount Panorama. And the fifth one is going to be in tier 13, taking place at Berlin Formula E circuit. And then the 6th autocross is going to be in tier 17, taking place at Daytona road course. All right, and then the next, let's see, we got drag race. We got 4 of those, which is 4 more than I care to see, especially for a electric car. Anyway, the series starts off with the drag race. This one at Nürburgring Grand Prix. And then next one, you find it in tier 3. This one at Suzuka East. And then the third one, you find it in Tier 8, taking place at Monza Road Course. And then the last one is going to be in the final tier, Tier 20, taking place at Red Bull Ring Grand Prix Circuit. All right, so those are the 4 drag races. So even with just autocross and drag races alone, you got 10 events complete. And then the next short format events, of course, is going to be Speed Snap. So there are 7 of those. So first one, you find it in Tier 1. As you can see, this one at Laguna Seca. And then the second one in Tier 4, taking place at Hockenheim. Did I say this for the... I think I might have mentioned this for Autocross. Autocross in Tier 4 is at Circuit of the Americas Club Circuit. Speed Snap. After I said that, I was like, did I say that? I think I did. So anyway, make correction here. Speed Snap. They're both pretty short events, right? Especially the, yeah. Anyway, so Speed Snap, second one here in Tier 4, taking place at Hockenheim Short. And then the third installment in Tier 7, this one taking place at Dubai Club Circuit. And the next one in Tier 9, this one at the Formula E Berlin Circuit. And then next one is a Tier 12. This one is going to take place at Monza Road Course. And then that's 5 of the 7. Sixth one, you find it in Tier 14. This one at Suzuka West. And then the last installment of Speed Snap in Tier 18. This one takes place at Spa. All right, so that sends you up to, 17 events complete if you complete just those. So yeah, that is a few more than what's necessary to claim that first 25% completion reward, given it's not huge, just 10 gold and 20,000 racing dollars, right? But it's a stepping stone for greater set of rewards, so you kind of need it anyway, but gives you kind of a head start, you know what I mean? And then let's see, we'll go through the remaining variety events first. So let's go down to the eliminations. There are 5 of those here. First one, you find it in Tier 3, taking place at Silverstone Bridge Grand Prix. And then the next one is going to be in Tier 12. This one at Daytona Road Course. And then the third installment, you find it in Tier 16, taking place at Nürburgring Sprint Circuit. And then the other 2, you find it in Tier 18 and Tier 20. Tier 18, this one takes place at Silverstone International Circuit. And then the 5th installment of Elimination, you find it in the final tier, taking place at Dubai Club Circuit. All right. And the next category, Endurance. There are only 2. The first one in Tier 2, taking place at Spa. And the next one, the other one, you'll find it in Tier 11. This one taking place at Porsche Test Track Short On-Road Circuit. So for those of you who know about the Infinite Race, yeah, I mean, this is not the best car for it because it's obviously not very fast. There are faster cars than this one in the game that has the race at the Porsche Test Track. So, but you know, if this is the only one that you can afford, then well, there you go. Next category, we got head-to-head. So there are 3 of these. First one you'll see in Tier 8. This one taking place at Melbourne, and these are all single lapper. And then Tier 13 is the next installment of head-to-head. This one at Catalunya Grand Prix. And then the third one, you'll find it in Tier 19, taking place at Formula E Berlin Circuit. And next category, Hunter. We got 3 of those as well. First one, you'll find it in Tier 6, taking place at Monza Junior Course. Next one taking place, you'll find it in Tier 11, taking place at Nürburgring Grand Prix. And then the third, the last installment of Hunter, you'll find it in Tier 16, taking place at Dubai Grand Prix. So of course, those are full lap events, but no more, right? Or it shouldn't be. And then speaking of a full lap events, speed record, right? The final category, so to speak, of these variety events. So there are four speed records. First one, you find it in Tier 6. This one taking place at Porsche Test Track Dynamic Circuit. And second one, you'll find it in Tier 14 at Bugatti Circuit. And the third installment, you find it in Tier 17, taking place at the Brickyard Indianapolis Motor Speedway Road Course. And the final speed record in this series, you find it in Tier 19, taking place at Circuit of the Americas National Circuit. All right, so those are all the non-cup race, right? And then 3 time trials. Of course, we got first one in Tier 5 at Nürburgring Grand Prix. Next one, Tier 10, this one at Red Bull Ring Grand Prix. And then last, third one, Tier 15, taking place at Silverstone Bridge Grand Prix Circuit. So those are the 3 time trials in this series. And of course, every non-time trial tier does feature a cup. So there are 17 of those. So let's go through them, see if we find anything with a extensive run. Anyway, so here we go. Starting with Tier 1. The first one is going to be at Hockenheim Short. And it's going to be a quick 3-lapper, so nothing terribly special there. Tier 2 is going to take place at Porsche Test Track Dynamic Circuit, another very short circuit. 3 laps, okay. And Tier 3, we're going to be in France, Bugatti Circuit, another 3-lapper, but slightly longer circuit. And Tier 4, we're going to be in Belgium for Spa 4-lap cup. That's a decent length cup. All right. So Tier 4 is pretty decent run for, I don't know, extra fame bonus and whatnot. And then Tier 6, we got cup at Formula E Berlin Circuit. 7 laps, but that's fairly short circuit. You know, street circuit always takes a bit longer because obviously it's very technical, you know. And then Tier 7, this one's going to be at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. 4 laps. All right. Still not nearly as long as the 4 laps around Spa, but hey, it is longer than some others available in this series. And Tier 8, this one's going to be at Suzuka East, so this better have a high lap count, and we do. Not quite 10, 9 laps around Suzuka East. Gonna make you dizzy. Tier 9, this one is gonna be at Catalunya National. I like this one. This is a very fast circuit. The fastest layout at Catalunya. It's gonna be a 7-lapper. Not the highest paying, but at least it should be kind of fun. And then speaking of long race, Tier 11, we find Le Mans 24-hour circuit cup. But it's going to be just 2 laps, so I don't think that's going to pay as much as 2 laps at, or 4 laps at Spa. Anyway, Tier 12, we got a cup at Silverstone Grand Prix Circuit. It's going to be a 4-lap cup. Once again, not quite as long as Spa, but this decent length race nonetheless. And onto Tier 13, we're at Melbourne, another street circuit. It's going to be an 8-lap cup. Don't we have 8-lap cup at Melbourne for Porsche as well? I think we do. Anyway, Tier 14, the cup takes place at Laguna Seca, another 8-lap cup. So high lap counts, but the circuits themselves aren't terribly lengthy here. Let's see what happens at Mount Panorama for Tier 16 cup. This is going to be a 5-lap cup. So this, I believe, is the lengthiest race in this in this event so far. That is, if you know, Tier 17 has anything to say about that. This one has cup as Suzuka Grand Prix, and it's going to be a 6-lap cup. So that's even lengthier. All right, and then tier 18, we got Hockenheim Grand Prix Cup, and that's going to be an 8-lapper. Slightly shorter than Suzuka, but we got 2 full more laps than Suzuka, so this is getting pretty lengthy towards the later part of this event. Tier 19, we got Cup at Monza Road Course, and this is going to be just a quick 6 laps, so that's not as bad or as long. And then the final Tier 20 Cup takes place at Daytona Motorcycle Course. It's going to be an 8-lapper, and of course, with a rolling start, as it is generally the case with races at Daytona. So, there you have it. Those are the types of events that you can see in this event. So hopefully you guys found the information in this video useful, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.